Today is August 6th. It's a nice day again. Last night it was horribly raining. Raining so hard here in Cebu City, but at least it's nighttime when people are already sleeping. Most of the people, I mean, not the night owls, of course. I got a comment asking, what is the nationality of Old B? I guess I'd give you enough clues, like his breakfast, chicken tikka masala, and my high electric bill because of the aircon always on. And also, like he said, when we rain here in the Philippines for 40 days and 40 nights, that's a disaster. But in his place, it's cold summer. Now you got a clue. But I will just tell you later on when I made a video about our love story like I promised, but I can't make it so quickly. I want it to be when I got time, proper time, not like when I'm rushing, because after here, when I'm finished checking my fencing, I'll go down and check on my progress of the gate and order the trusses for my workshop that I'm planning to make there near the mango tree. So there's always a lot of going on. So I hope Janelle is here because they're gonna be paid today. I don't know when, but when they got into money, they need to go out on shop and spend it first before they go back to work. So I'm here now in my fencing project. So this is their progress for this morning. So you can see they made like a stage there for them to step on. And I said, I think that will be enough now for the height of this one. Because you can see that from here, we are stepping down. And then more stepping down more on here. And that one will be enough as well, because this is like the slopiest part on this one. So if we put another block on this one, it becomes too high. They'll be struggling to reach it. So that's 3 blocks down, but only this one is 4 blocks down, but we will adjust it on the beam, I think. Kaya kung punan pa siya usa, mabagay noon nga tulo-tulo. Pero giputolan ni yung kawayan di ay. They also cut the bamboo that's coming over here on this side. Nananghid mong ikot. Ah. Kaning usa. Mga yuan na lang sad na. Ay duol na kaayo. Oh. Mausad. Because I said there's another one that sticks right near to the wall, and they asked the old man's permission to cut it off. So you can see what I mean. They're struggling to reach it, but I have it checked with Old B. Because anyway, it's almost 12 o'clock. Then they can come back this afternoon, file another pile if they have to. But I don't think that looks so bad anyway. That all gonna be hidden with trees. And I will put some vegetations on this one when it's all dried up. So regarding that bamboo on the last end of the wall, they said that they don't want to touch it yet because the pile is already there. They will just cut it when it's all dried up. And you can see how Willie has cleared out here now. So I'll just make him go to the other side. He's just throwing it on the cliff there for it to dry up, and then we can burn it, all the coconut stuff. You know, the heart of the coconut that was taken by Junelle and Julito yesterday because they also use it as food. In fact, Junelle's wife is very good at making dishes out of it. She made some lumpia last time with the heart of the coconut that we cut in the front when we started the fence, and it's really amazing. It tastes really nice. So Junelle taking it home yesterday, the heart of that coconut that was lying here. Although you think that I'm just lying here, it doesn't hurt the coconut because it takes a week or 2 weeks for that to dry up. But they had saved it in time. It's all in their freezer now. It's all cut into slices, ready for dishes. Like any recipes that Junelle's wife's good at making it. So this is what they've done so far this morning. And like I said, it seems getting higher so much in this one. So since it's like the steepest part, like that's the slope where Junelle asked, that's the highest slope there. And that's the, I believe that other one there, that will be the last thing. The last line on this side. Because once it's all rendered, then we will try to our best to even the height so it won't be looking so awkward. Limpyo na ni Willie. Nindot na tanawon. I told him it's looking really clean. It's looking better. Lagi? It's looking really better now than the one that you used to see here. You know what I mean? And then he'll be going that way towards the acacia tree. And it's all be cleaned up around this area. Next we'll do the JT's lot. And we will be done. On this one. What I mean is we will be done clearing. Because look, he's already done all the filing of weeds. He only gonna have to put it on the wheelbarrow and throw it on the side. And let it settle down for the years, and it will just, because it's only weeds, it will just dry up and disintegrate. So my wall fence now looking good. Looking from here, and if you look at it further, you can see that it's now looking cleaner because you cannot see the rubbish on the other side. And then imagine that with all the nice garden, bushes, and this like a shady area. I will put more trees around here. The trees that don't have big roots. So I might even start looking for trees like that when I got the time to get down from the hill to the city, because they are now filling the side of the budget bungalow. There's the side there that, like between the stairs, that we're gonna fill up with cement. Between the stairs and the wall that we're gonna be pouring with cement. So they just put some barriers on the side now because we're gonna pour it this afternoon. So it's looking nice. And next here, the next panel here will be going down as well, and then before it's straightened out. This is the last panel where it's gonna straight back. Then it's all straight up to the turner's side. So this is like the view of the wall looking here in the road. I'm now here on the road. You can see how it looks like, because I'm now contemplating of putting some more trees and then put a little steps on the middle, because it doesn't need to be only this side of the road needs riprap. You know what I mean? Not the one I planned. Now that it's all cleared out, you can actually see the topography of the land. It's not really that bad, you know. Then the drain of the road there on the side going through my land, the remaining one that I have, now I could see it. It's really looking neat and tidy now, the way I wanted it to be. Then he can clear there further where the turners, and he can go back to JT's. But this is where I'm gonna put the tower as well for the water, so JT as well can benefit from this side. Or I don't know yet, it might be on this side or this side. But looking at the topography of the land on this side now, it's not really that bad. It's not really that sloping like it was with all the rubbish that was in there. It's just a very gradual slope. In fact, it's flattish over here. So it might just be that area. And then of course here on the sloping side of the road will be riprap to protect it from eroding. But you can see it's getting nicer. It's getting neater. And then before we go on this side to fence the whole lot here and to where JT's boundary, because JT has his own design of fencing, so we will just respect that. He got his fancy one that we were pricing on, so that will be a good addition to his place as well, because that will be so nice, because it's not he's only fencing it on his lot. So but all the perimeters here going through where there is neighbors are all on my height of wall. No fancy work. So that will all be planted around. You could imagine it already like a little garden area, even just here where this stump is. That will be the garden area, and this is like another flat area, flat land. We're going down now to buy some rebars for our walling project. We will be buying here just on our barangay, because Freddy's is selling that the same price as what we're getting it from Gemini. So, and also to avoid it's very strict here with the ACQ, so might as well just get it, even though we are on GCQ now, get it within the barangay to avoid all the hassle, because we heard different stories of the motorcycle drivers in our place, our neighbors, that has been penalized this, penalized that they just keep on checking around here. So on this way I could also be dropping by the welder's place, the one that's making my gate, to give you an update of the gate. What are these motorbikes going up? Also, I will order today the trusses for my workshop area there. I got the workshop storeroom. This one, it's gonna be an open space workshop area that I'm planning to do, and I would like him to do the trusses for the roofing ready for us to put in columns, and all he has to do is to make all the trusses and all the top column, the poles, and then we will do a cement column to meet it up and then do the slab for the flooring. So that will be all in a minute because I'll be dropping by the welding place and you will see the gate update as well. I'm here right now in the house of the welding man, and you can see my gates being made here, and this is what's the stage of what they're doing now. So you can see this is the gate, and also the concern of Old B that it seems to be too big for the gate that I have there. It might just be one panel, but I know that my instruction for the welding man, it has to open in the middle. But I think Old B is just being paranoid because it's only around 3 meters. It's actually geared up for 2 there. See, this is the front of the gate. Dong, musod ko ha. So while I'm here in the welding shop, you can see there's another small gate that John here is making, and this is the gate that they're following, copying here on the book. This is called the New Australian Design of Gate. It's only a small gate because he's the one making it, and then the main welding man is the one making my gate. So you can see that my gate here is being made by Danny himself, while John is making this gate the New Australian design. So that one. So this is the welding man's book that he follows for some of his design of gates. So most of the people are just going for the simplest gate, like the one they're making right now. This one on the top, the New Australian Design Gate. So we're going up now, but they only managed to get 9 rebars because their rebars has been bought by so many people in the neighborhood and they run out of stock because they are now cheaper than the one in Gemini, they said, by a peso. So the people are buying there more than in the hardware so far. So if Gemini heard that, they will just lower down their price again to match it. So it is a good thing for competition. So looking at that welding man's book, I realized I got that kind of book somewhere. So what you're looking at here is my library, and I want to see, where is that book? These are the books that I got, that I forgot I got it. If you just have so many books like I got here. This is the one on my library that when I saw that welding man's book, I remember I got that kind of book. So I even got 2 railings and gates. So I went to my DIY section and found this too. So imagine here that they're working on this area, and this is open space. So here we are. Then also I don't have to borrow the tarpaulin of the barangay when we have a party because we have our own covered area already.
Uy, ninduta bi maganina padata ko umko kwarta.
Padam ka wag ko.
Si Arlie ningad tuman.
So
Pag 150 dagko kayo.
now Janelle's gonna go out shopping. Ang animal, cause keep on like throwing shots at me that he likes to have a red horse. I said, no, I only give imported. Going down to check on Willie and also bring his snacks because the lads are over here working on sacking of sand and cutting rebars for Janelle and then shaping the footing beams and the rings and the mattings. So Willie is alone here down on the fencing area. So I'm gonna get down and bring his snacks because it's now 4 o'clock and the boys just forget about him because they have the snack. I said, have you fed Willie? No. So I'm going down to give him his snacks, and I went by the railing, the welding man's shop, as you can see in the video, and I got a lot of work for him to do. So that will keep him busy, I suppose, for the whole year. All these gates and trusses that I'm ordering on him. So I'm here now in the fencing area project. So you can see it's looking nice now. Walking through now that it's not raining, so the ground should have been hardened a little bit. But I want to have to find someone. I think I will. That's why I'm getting down there to the welding shop of the welding man to see if he can fix my tamperer. I got a tampering machine, but I need to buy a new engine for that one because I think it's the engine is the one that's wrong with it. But I will fix it. So looking at Willie here, he's continuing to clean up around here. And these are what the boys left this morning. Nakalimtan yung kag snack ni Willie. I said that they forget your snacks. Gipadong na to diri. And see that he cleaned up the side of the turners, towards the turners I mean. So it's looking nice. Then I'm gonna use all these boulders to add on the riprap for the here on the side of the road to avoid the erosion. And look what they've done. It's looking neat and tidy. So the lads will be here tomorrow continuing the dig or putting a new footing there, footing beam. But you can see here how Willie done a good job. Limpyo na yun na Willie. Salamat yun na. So, yeah. So I said to him, thank you very much for doing such a good job. Lagi ni Will kay sus bisad akong banan ingon good nga sus mayo ko no kay nalimpyo gyud siya. Gidi gud to moari ka matunok. Because even Old B was impressed by how he cleans this up. Because Old B don't like going here because there's loads of broken glass and broken plates. And it's hard to walk around. But now look, what I plan to do, if you look at those two trees, now I see that the area around here is actually quite flat. I plan to plant more trees, and then that area there will be the one on riprap, like higher, and then there's a sitting area on the top, and I will plant more trees around here to make it a nice garden area for my viewers and subscribers that wants to visit. Since you've been watching me doing this village park paradise, you can come here and visit me. But you're not allowed to, because here is Mr. and Mrs. Turner's private property. I'm retaining this to build another guest house because Old B wants my guest house right now to be incorporated to my main house to have more rooms for all his hobby. So it will be additional part on my house to make an extension to connect both of the guest house and my main house. So I'm retaining this part for as a guest house, as a new guest house. And you all know this one here with all the strings is JT's lot. So it's also the private property of JT. But you can't help that some of the subscribers who's been following this build have been familiar with all these things that I build here. So they can come only here on the public places they intended to. If they email, that's only for also for appointment. If they put an email, they want to visit, this is where the area they can sit down. I will make it nice. And this will be where they are allowed to see the area that I built. And also the remaining area that's there. That's the poles is the JT's start of his property. But this remaining area here, the pole there is the start of JT's property. But this remaining area here is my remaining mine. And I might say, like I said, might build a kubo, but not for, maybe for short-term rentals. But I like this to be retained as a very nice garden area. Look how nice it is now that it's all cleaned up. And when the wall tomorrow, they will be putting there and they will start building up the wall again. Then we won't be seeing all those rubbish on the other side. And like they said, someone said to me that how can I dare to call it nature effect when I'm building it with cement and gravel. This is the city, that's why it's called nature effect. It's not 100% nature because you need to define your boundaries if you have land here. Otherwise other people will start claiming it and you'll have more problems than you realize. And also the safety, security and comfort is still paramount despite the nature effect. The effect means there is nature effect, not just 100% nature. I don't want my guests here to be living on trees and come here through the hanging of the rubber trees. So it's still a comfortable place to come here, and they know is safe and secure. All the amenities, modern amenities, of course, the electric, internet, water will be there. And safe on the thing that anytime they want to go in the city, they can go. Like I go down the city quickly and come back here. So, but they are still surrounded with all the trees, forests, and their neighbors are the birds on the trees. And you will soon wake up to that and then shut up birds. Like sometimes they got loads of babies, then more, or some of the migrant birds are there. It'll be too noisy. But it is a break from the hustle and bustle of the city and the noise. So there you go. That's what you will be seeing. And next Saturday, next week, Willie will not be here because he will be harvesting his ginger. Only after next week he'll be back here because he harvested on Monday to Wednesday, and then they start planting again the seedlings of the ginger on Thursday to Saturday. So by Monday he'll be back here clearing it up. So that's what the job I'm giving him. After he done his craft, he can come here and do the gardens again, maintain the gardens. And if he can see any nice plants there on his place in the mountain, there are some exotic plants. I would like to have some of them, even if I have to buy it. But I've been there, you know, Tabunan, that's where he come from. So You've seen how nice are the plants and trees there that we can just buy, or even ask the owner, can I have some seedlings of this? Can I have a shoot of this? Then I could make this area a real nice garden area that if I have to meet my subscriber, oh, where's that village park paradise that you've been building in your videos? Then I could show them here. And also, the area of my new guest house will be here, right next to JT. But I'll be making a drainage here for the road, so JT can connect his drainage here on mine, right on there to down to the sloping area on the forest. It's not really that sloping. You can see people coming up there from the down there, the one that's farming down on this side, but usually they go on the other side, not on this side, because they know that we are burning some of the root here that we're working on here. But usually before, they come up on this side. From there, it's not really that sloping. So it's getting nicer and nicer. And there was also concern that within 2 years that this wall will fall over. Actually, I already built this kind of wall. It's not that it's new. And I bet you within 2 years, you will not be seeing this falling over. You're just critical because I don't think you like women building. But no, I make sure that the footings are bigger, the footings of each column are deeper, and they will be so well attached on bottoms. But I don't think this will be falling over. And besides, like I said, what's the problem? When it fall over, I'll fix it. I get most of the materials at cost, and I got labor at hand. But I know it will not fall over. I have this kind of building is not new to me. I have done several buildings. Prime A class building, number 1, my castle. It's harder build than this. And I have the last house I built is also on top of a riprap, and I put a fence around the area that the Australian that bought it was really impressed that he decided to buy it. He was just renting at first, but he really likes the house. How many earthquakes now has passed Cebu? Nothing is ever any cracks in the house, non-existence. He is still happy in that house. So I know this wall will not fall. I'm using 6-inch rebars, fill it up with prime A 4-to-1 mix of cement, and big long deep columns, especially in the sloping one. So why will it fall over in 2 years again? Because you need to be bad they have to be the best one. So sorry, I don't believe that, but like I said, don't worry, I'll just fix it. So we are now finished for the day. So you can see now that this is the only thing that Will is gonna clean out, and he's done on this area. Mahuma na kadiha ugma noy. Balik sa kadiri. Parang tanga lang niya itong kuan. Oh, sige. So they have delivered it finally. Sige. Gikay akong bayran. So the delivery was happening then, not tomorrow. So I'll just go back and pay for it. I think the owner wants it to be done because the manager don't want it delivered until tomorrow. But it's the owner that I'm talking to. That's why he's allowing me for COD. So I have to go. So there is my delivery COD now delivered. 150 rebars of 10 mm and then 50 bags of cement. So I thought they're gonna deliver it tomorrow, but obviously the owner wants it delivered ASAP. So all the rebars will be here, and then the cement will be around the mango tree, will be covered up by the tarpaulin. So this is my delivery that I didn't expect that it's gonna be today, but at least that the boys cannot be disturbed tomorrow when they're doing all the footing beams and forming of the in-between columns over there on the village park. So the Loy is counting it out by tens because he can count it out by tens. So the young lads are just putting those the cement over there, saving the Loy from doing it. So we're putting it on top of the pile of fine sand and then cover it up with tarp. So that's why you can see that I need to have that covered area where I will put like a little room just for the cement or tile adhesive that to protect the powdery stuff. Maybe there, because the area is quite wide enough for this workshop, and then there will be a toilet here and then toilet in this area and a little room for all this stuff like cement covered so it won't be wet when it's raining.
Ibalik bag kon balaklak para di matumpag. Kay maluoy ta migo matumpag ginaaw. Na. Na, may trap pa no. Oh. Sila ra pagtako ba nagmuuan? At ako binadaan kay rumuuan. Oh. Oh, ana babag. Oh, lima-lima na. Oh, nakakaba na. Terima ba? Oh, terima.